Okay, now I'm going to do cross contour. And the idea with cross contour is you want to think of the letter T when you're looking at something. For instance, if I just draw this shape here, I can go this way. And then I can go this way. Now, when you're looking at something, the center, usually everything gets more narrow. And then the more you go out, it bevels out. So in this case, I would say the glasses, I'm going to try to fit it in this shape here. It's not perfect, but we're just going for examples. If you want the width to be the same, I usually use my finger like in the letter V, and I just move it over. So here is like my guide of where I want it to be similar. And again, you can look at the page for cross contour. So it's similar, but it's not exact. And the more I'm following the shape, the more I want to bevel it out. So with the lens, it curves. So in this case, what I would say is, let's do it like this. I'm going to use my dots as my examples. If I want to bevel it, I can say that this is close, more narrow here. And then this one is more further apart. Okay, I'm not really following it exactly. But if this was the center, it's curving, but everything else is slowly curving out. So another way to think of it is, this is the box itself, the shape on the outer side. So I'm curving it with this. And if I follow the edges again, I have this going here. It kind of gives it more 3D dimensioning. Now I'm looking at it front on, so that's why I'm saying that in the center here, it's straight. And as you follow the shape, it curves outwards. So you can make as much as little lines as you want. But you're just contouring it. So you're following the edges and the shape. And it gives it more of a 3D effect. Now realistically, I would just stick it like this. Because I'm trying to follow the shape of the lens itself, which is curving. So hopefully you can see that this is kind of looking like it's pushing closer to us. I like to always think of gesture drawing first and then try to find the shape afterwards. So like there are lines that I would make and then I would erase them. So I did this gesture here. And I'm following the shapes. Now, a fun way to think of contour is drawing through the object. I don't think I have a marker with me right now. I do. Now, if I was to look at this water bottle straight up and down, the lines are pretty straight. But the more I turn it, this line of the label curves. It curves up. And if I was to push it closer, you see how it curves in a U shape? So it curves U shape up, U shape down. When you're looking at anything, you want to pay attention to those changes in the curves. So in this sense, if I use the marker, I'm actually below it. My eye level is above it, technically. But we're not worried about eye level just yet. We're just trying to draw it as we see it. And then again, it's not meant to be perfect. It's just practice. Now I'm looking at the page. I'm not doing a blind contour. So this is kind of straight because it's underneath my eye level. If you're thinking of eye level, think of X-Men Cyclops. Put your hand between your eyes and then think of just a straight horizontal line in front of your eyes. So if I was to point or laser beam across this page, my eye level actually is like in the middle of the label. And again, I use my fingers to help me measure. So here and here, I know that this water bottle is a bit bigger. And again, I'm going a little fast just because it's a little late for me. But if I was to follow the edges to a specific point, I'm curving with the bottle. This usually is straightish because it's front on. And again, we're not looking for perfection, we're just trying to represent cross contour. Now, remember, my Cyclops horizon line is between the label, so usually anything below the line is going to curve down and up. So in fact, these lines are really cool because they have this wave thing going towards it. And another thing about cross contour is you can imagine drawing through it. So like this is the front of the bottle, but you can imagine this being behind the bottle. Now, the bottle technically is a circle or an ellipse at this point. So you could just imagine the ellipse going straight up. So from here, I can go over here. But if I was to draw on the bottle so you can see it, let me see if it'll do it without. I just noticed more texture on this water bottle. Mark is not really taking. So I'm still seeing it curve like this around. So again, it looks a little bit more 3D. Cross contour.